All right, Leo. Leo, welcome to your weekly reading that is also timeless. It is Fire Fridays, and I am reading for you. I am here to read for your highest good and your highest outcome. Because otherwise, what are we doing? Anyway, today we will be using the Wild Unknown Pocket Edition and the Everyday Tarot. And I also have a pile of Lenormand cards here. Mondacht Lenormand with the expansion, so it's not a traditional Lenormand by any stretch. It's quite a lot of extra cards. We may be looking into that at the end of the reading for some advice, perhaps. We'll see. Playing that by ear, and that's about it. Welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back, of course. I'm happy to see each and every one of you. Hope everybody's doing well. All right. And I hope your birthday season was just off the chain, whatever that means. I hope it was good. All right. We are now in Virgo season, and they go together nice. I like it. I've always been a fan. I've always been a fan of Leo season. Virgo season too, to be honest. And I never really thought about it before, but good stuff. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Let's get into it right now. What does Leo need to know about the general energy at this time? Okay, we've got the World. Okay, so a major cycle been completed. We have the King of Pentacles. Okay, feeling very secure. This is good. Four of Wands. Wow. Lovely. Underlying the deck is the Fool. So yes, we have, I love it when this happens. We've got the end of a cycle and the brand new beginning of a new one. Something happened this season for some of you. Let me see if I can get that in the frame. I don't know where the frame is. There we go. Something happened for some of you where you have really closed off a major cycle in your life in a very successful and positive way. And you may be just getting ready to step into some new, exciting energy. Maybe the next chapter, in a sense. I think this cycle was very successful because we have the Four of Wands is a card of celebration. It's beautiful, you know. And the King of Pentacles is a card of like really material, material security. And joy and abundance. So we've got a lot of abundance and celebration and the completing of a cycle. I think that's amazing. So I'd love to know more about that. What does Leo need to know about this World card? What does Leo need to know about this World card? By the way, if you're like, well, that doesn't apply to me, I am definitely not done with this cycle. Well, maybe something's going to change. Maybe something's about to change. Maybe something's about to click. I don't know, Leo. Yeah, one more shuffle here. Okay, we've got the Lovers and the Page of Wands with the Daughter of Wands. And we've got the Two of Wands. Yeah, there's a... Okay, so underlying the deck is the Hermit, which is... is a Virgo card, by the way. So it is Virgo season. We just entered it. I was thinking to myself that some of you, if you haven't entered into the success, maybe it's around the corner. It looks to me, though, like the major part, this cycle that you're closing out, is something to do with establishing a connection with another person and really being able to focus your energies in a coordinated effort together. It's come through a period of time where you've rediscovered your own personal passions. And in so doing, I think there's been a lot of healing that's happened on the emotional and spiritual level. So there's something really beautiful about this healing because it's been an individual thing. But then in so doing, you've opened up this pathway to really realign or align a proper relationship. So for those of you that haven't finished the cycle yet, and maybe you're not even with somebody, I feel like for many of you, you'll find that the people that are meant to be in your life will come out of the woodwork at the strangest times and out of nowhere. Just happened to me this spring, as a matter of fact. I met a beautiful Cancerian woman, and we've been inseparable ever since. And it was out of the blue. I only had sent out some energy into the universe. It wasn't a dating site. It wasn't anything. It was actually YouTube, if you can believe that. Through this very channel, is how we came to meet. And what a beautiful, it just happened. So if you're single and you're like, I don't know what this is all about, well, maybe something's around the corner. And one thing to point out with this Two of Wands that is a little different than a traditional interpretation is that I see it like two Ace of Wands, in a sense of like, it's your wand energy here that's been reestablished. That healing and that realignment with the rediscovering your passion is like, that's you. And the other person is sort of in the same situation, perhaps. So you're going to, if you haven't met the person yet, I feel like the way that you come about meeting them is going to be through you just sort of being yourself, right? And something will click. All of a sudden you'll find that your wand, your passion is aligned with them, and it's like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. You know, you happen to run into them at the gym or at karaoke or at, I don't know, at some kind of club or group or whatever it is, right? A hiking club, I don't know. Take it as it resonates, but something of that nature. And it is really cool to see the Lovers and the Four of Wands out, because that's talking some serious long-term kind of stuff. But let's get some clarity on the King of Pentacles. All right. I don't know. I have to tell you, I've never worn these things before. I didn't know why I bought them, and they were just hanging out dormant in a cabinet, and it's like something told me to just pull them out. So I hate clown. I am such a freaking clown, but here we go. I think we got something going on here, Leo. And you all are ruled by love. We know it. We know it. It's fine. All right, regarding this King of Pentacles, we have an 8 of Cups and a 7 of Cups. There was a choice that needed to be made. This is probably about that whole cycle, you know. It's like maybe some of you were maybe in a situation that was like, am I sticking this out just because it's convenient or because I'm scared to leave it or whatever, right? I think there's been some contemplative energy there about whether or not you should, you know, walk away from a situation. Need one more card, please. I really don't like what these glasses are doing to my eyes. There's probably a metaphor in there somewhere, but it's distorting my vision. And then we have the Moon. Yeah. It's your inner world. You know, it is your hopes and your dreams and your ambitions and like your deepest desires, but it's also, there's so much fear attached to it as well. You know, this is literally the interior space. There's a call to explore that, maybe even some artistic expression, you know. There may be some creative purge that needs to happen. But we have the Ace of Cups on the bottom. Yeah, so I feel like basically part of this cycle is like, for some of you, you probably have been in a relationship, either, like I said, out of convenience, or you've been settling, or it's been whatever it's been, right? And you're kind of know. There's a part of you that just knows it's not actually fulfilling you, right? And there's something about it where you're thinking about taking a step back. And I think there's a new opportunity on the horizon. Then you kind of just innately know this. Yeah, that's really interesting. I think that King of Pentacles, like I talked about, all that security, maybe that's part of it for some of you. It's like, well, this situation is secure. It may not be exciting. It may not be, you know, maybe they are starting to drive me freaking nuts, but we bought a TV together. Can't leave now. There's a TV. Who's going to have it? You know, whatever it is. Take it. I don't know. Something of that nature. These freaking glasses. I don't know why. I knew I had pulled them out for somebody. It's like, this is ridiculous. Feels ridiculous. Okay. Okay, we're clarifying the Four of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Devil. This is Capricorn energy, by the way. So Leo, take it as it resonates, but we have the King of Pentacles and the Devil. Some of you very specifically could be dealing with the Capricorn, but this on a more direct interpretive level, this is about energies that bind. It's about strongholds in our lives. It can be addictions and things like that too, but I kind of feel like the relationship is binding. It's something that it's hard to let go of. But the Wheel of Fortune is spinning right now. You know, you've taken a spin. I feel like some of you are taking a big chance. Yeah, Seven of Swords is on the bottom. There's something rumbling underneath the surface here. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck, but it's also very tactful and cautious and deliberate with their movements. Again, more earth. So this can be sneaky, but it can also speak to that as well as being very tactful and cautious. Man. Love has distorted the view. Love has distorted the view. Somebody out there has got a lingering temptation to go after something new. It may or may not be good. Some of you, we're talking even leaving a marriage potentially. And it's really, it feels really sticky. Okay. I mean, I don't know. It's a closing out of a major cycle and the beginning of a new one. I think already I could tell you that trusting Spirit is a great idea. I think it's a really, really important time to make sure that you are able to think very clearly and be very sober-minded and be very aware of as many of your programs as you could possibly be aware of. All of the societal programming, the religious programming, everything, I think it's important to be very mindful of it at this time. Okay, potential outcome is Ten of Pentacles. It's this legacy energy. It's your legacy. It's your generational wealth. It's a very, very, very positive card, Leo. We have the Seven of Pentacles. A giant question mark as to whether this whole process is worth it. Okay, and we have the Moon. Again, the Moon twice. And this is your inner world. Again, your hopes, your fears, your deepest desires, your dreams. This is a deep, deep thing. And then we have the Hanged Man on the bottom. Seeing things from a different point of view to gain enlightenment. Feeling stuck. You know, I don't read reversals, but in a reverse, it can speak to feeling stuck and trapped. And that is a very difficult kind of message to deliver. I feel like generally speaking, you or the other person, I kind of think it's you though, Leo, I feel like you feel really, really, really stuck in a relationship, a long-term relationship, maybe even a marriage. And there's something outside of that that's pulling on you. You have a knowing, and you have a knowing that something isn't right, and you have this sense that there's something else out there for you. And that is a very challenging state of mind to be in. Because, again, all the programming of, like, well, I mean, of what marriages are and even what, like, long-term commitments are, long-term relationships. and that the obligation is to death, and is to stick it out. It's to always work on it, and to always try harder and keep trying and keep trying to keep it alive. And it's like there's part of you that is tired and wants to take a chance, put an ending on that and really step out into a new journey. Some of you feel like there is a person. Some of you feel like there's a soulmate outside of. There's like a soulmate waiting for you, and but you're in that is very challenging energy. We're gonna consult the Lenormand for a little 3-card spread here of advice, kind of an advice situation. Okay, we have the snowflake or ice, cold winter, something like that. We've got the trumpet, the horn, so music, play. Let's find out. Let's keep going. And we have the peacock. This is this is male. This is male beauty. It's a peacock, not a peahen. It's a man, it's a man, baby. Yes. In nature, most, especially in birds, but typically in nature, you'll find that the male of the species is more decked out than the female. It's like we have a unique juxtaposition in humanity in most cultures, that women are fancified and men are simplified. It's just an observation. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Underlying, which is, again, this is not a Lenormand tactic, but I'm looking at it. Underlying is the mouse, and this can be about anxiety and slowly eating away at you, slowly chipping away at you, erosion. It's like little nibbles. Okay. What I see here with the peacock and the trumpet is like tooting your own horn. Somebody's tooting their own horn. Somebody's being very loud and proud about it's like an ego thing, right? Feels very, very egoic. And this is about cold. It's about cold, a cold heart, or a coldness towards another person. There's a lack of warmth here. And Leo, you are ruled by the sun. Your nature is to be warm. Warm and fiery, and I know that Leos are meant and called to love. So I don't know. Take this as it resonates, Leo. I'm not sure, but it feels like maybe the other person is way up in their ego, and it's something that really bothers you. Like maybe they're being cold to you. It's eating away at you. Conversely, I guess I would say there's also a warning maybe to mind your ego. Watch your ego carefully. Make sure that it's in balance. We don't kill our ego. The ego serves a purpose, okay? It's meant to be in balance, not to be eradicated. So if somebody tells you to eradicate your ego, they probably have a pretty big ego. Especially if they tell you they have no ego, they have an ego. But there's also a call here about turning cold towards a person. We have the Four of Wands and the Lovers, and the Page of Wands at the beginning of the message, like I talked about that spiritual healing and stuff. My friends, I think what's being said here is that if this is your message and it's resonating with you, and you really are in a place where you feel stuck and you want to leave like a long-term relationship, it's not saying to stay. It's not saying to go. It's saying to recognize what is there. Make sure your ego is in check so that it's not causing you to make irrational decisions and turn cold, it may not be the best course of action. That doesn't mean that you should stay in a miserable relationship. You really need to trust your heart on that. With the moon card coming up twice, I think it's really a call to really go within and really investigate. So you may need to do some serious soul searching. With that Knight of Pentacles, that slow, deliberate action, I think you really need to do some soul searching, Leo. And I will tell you right now, trust Spirit with the outcome. Trust Spirit, follow Spirit. If Spirit says go, then you go. If Spirit is encouraging you to try to work on something, then try to work on something. But regardless of what ends up going down here, have faith that it's for the best and that Spirit is guiding you. So this was a weird love message. I find the irony of these glasses being distorted is very interesting. I feel like something externally, if it's not you, it's your partner, has caught their eye, and there's a lot of internal disruption. So be mindful, Leo. Love and light to you, and best of luck with this energy. Again, just you go within and really search out your spirit and your soul, and just be confident that you will make the right decisions moving forward. Okay, you don't need to beat yourself up over all this stuff, especially feelings, because feelings, we all have them. Okay, with that, have a beautiful week, and I hope to see you next Friday for Fire Fridays, where I read for you, Leo. Until then, take care, and see you next time.